What's happening, man? So, I'm not gonna lie, I've been real busy. I'm about to go and do a day's work, but before I do that, I want to quickly talk about as a musician, should you focus on local fame or because of the internet, because of what's happened on the internet, should you instead just focus on growing your online audience? And this is a really interesting discussion. It's actually a discussion I haven't really heard much of. Um, Let me move this fan so hopefully the fan doesn't. Well, let me turn it off. Let me turn it off. So, as a musician, should you be focusing on your online audience or should you be focusing on building a local name for yourself and trying to build up that way? That's really the old school way. My opinion, in my humble opinion, you should really be focusing on both. And the reason I say you should focus on both is because if you're trying to build an audience, the main reason, as rappers, everyone has a different reason for doing their craft, but if you're trying to make a living as a rapper, there are certain things that you need to understand. And one of the things that you need to understand is that the bottom line is your paycheck. How much are you getting paid from your craft if you're trying to make a living as a rapper, or have it as a form of income? Maybe it's not your primary income, but it could be a form of income. So if you're looking at the bottom line here as a rapper, which is how much you'll take home, how much money you're taking home, everything you do needs to be somehow converted into money. So when we're looking at the building your local name, building yourself as a brand on a local level, the overall goal of that is so that you can go and perform. And then when you perform, you sell tickets. And when you sell tickets, you make money. You see, the biggest form of income as a musician outside of sponsors is your ticket sales. You don't really generate that much money by making a song, putting it on YouTube, and putting it on Spotify. That's little money. That's extra pocket money. The big bucks, if you have 1,000 views, you could be generating anywhere from $1 to $7. That's not much. And if you're a small artist, you might struggle to do that. So, in terms of generating as much income as possible, you really need to look at your ticket sales because your 1,000 views might be hard for you to do. You get $7. What's $7 going to pay for a packet of sweets? But on the other hand, if you're a local artist and you build up your brand and you then go and have a show and you're charging, let's say, $50 a ticket and you get 100 people in there, then 50 times 100 is 5,000. So when you're looking at it from that angle, then you need to understand that you're generating a lot more money. $50, 100 people in there, 100 people, yeah, that's going to be hard for you to do. But if you can do it, this is just an example I'm throwing out there, $5,000 for one show, you perform 5 times a year, 5,000 times 5, that's $25,000. And I know as a musician, and we all know as musicians that, consistency can be hard to come by. So I'm just throwing something out there. But what I'm trying to say to you is tickets sell a lot more than YouTube views and Spotify. Spotify and YouTube is like the icing on the cake. I would rather be a guy on YouTube who doesn't get that much views, but I can sell tickets, than the guy who's getting 1 million views on YouTube but can't sell a ticket in his hometown. You're kind of like a poser if that's you. So, yes, you need to build your online brand because your online brand is te- typically going to be more numeral than your local buzz, because there's more availability online. There's more people. The availability and reach that you have online is going to be more than the local brand that you build on a local level face to face. But at the same time, saturation depletes value. So you've got all these people online and they're all following you, but the amount of people from who are following you online who are actually going to engage monetarily with your content is going to be a lot lower. And then on the local level, people relate to you more. People know your face. They might have grown up around you. They might, and you've got a more personal relationship on a local level. And ultimately, it's going to be a lot easier to sell tickets to people on a local level than people on your online brand. Now, when you become a huge artist like Drake, like I don't know, Billie Eilish, like Taylor Swift, then this all goes out the window, and you just sell tickets. It just sells. But when you're building your brand and trying to make a living as a rapper, or even if you're just trying to be someone who's known but not too known, the local market is something you really need to tap into. So please remember that local level is needed, online is needed. And ultimately, if you're out here handing out your leaflets on the local level, and then they go on your social media and they see numbers which have come online, then the two are helping each other out. And in the same breath, if the online people see that you have shows from a local level and the seats are filled, you're going to get some people from the online crowd following you to your shows. And as I just said, your local crowd, they get your leaflet, they get your your card, they go online and they see numbers. That's going to make them want to engage with you more. Anyway, what do you think about what I spoke about in this video? You let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I'm making a new video. If you appreciate my content, then you can leave a donation. There's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next one.